If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code Goblin for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. In today's video, the gameplay you're going to be watching is some Black Ops 3, and that's because today we had a little more info leaked, and actually a lot of info depending on what you want to take it as regards into Black Ops 4 possibly being this 2018 Call of Duty, and this info was 100% worth making a video on. There's a lot of different stuff, and it looks like right now all signs are pointing towards a modern-based Black Ops 4. So a lot of stuff to talk about. If you guys could drop a like on this video, let's go for 75 likes. That would be amazing if we could hit that. That would be awesome. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. So a lot of different news. This is the time of year for Call of Duty. Within the next couple of months, a lot of news is going to start coming out. You know, we already have a little bit of stuff leading towards the possibility of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered being within the 2019 Call of Duty in regards to Infinity Ward, because they're famous for remastering Call of Duties or having their CODs remastered, because of course it was by Raven Studios. And then today we got some more info about Black Ops 4. So I want to talk about a couple of different signs we have. What we have today is basically a guy by the name of Marcus Sellers, who is an insider with Nintendo. He runs some sort of Nintendo blogs and Nintendo news sites and has some different insider connections. So he tweeted this out. COD 2018 is Black Ops 4 and is coming to PS4, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. It is set in the modern time and is boots on the ground. The Switch version will support DLC, HD rumble, and motion controls, and the Switch version is also being ported by a company which is familiar with COD games. Now, this is huge info. Now, this guy does have a track record of predicting a lot of stuff to do with Nintendo, and of course, why he's referencing Call of Duty is because it looks like it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch this year. But the main thing that we're looking at right here as a Call of Duty fan is Black Ops 4, which pretty much everyone's been predicting, and based in a modern time with boots on the ground. I think this would be absolutely perfect. Now, does this tweet mean it is confirmed? Not 100%, but of course this guy must be, if this is not true, this would ruin his reputation, of course. So he is getting fed some insider information and basically dishing that out, because this guy does have a track record. He predicted the Nintendo Lobo, I think it's called, and he also predicted the something to do with Dark Souls coming to the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, the Nintendo Labo, and something to do with Dark Souls coming to the Nintendo Switch. So this guy has predicted a lot of different stuff to do with Nintendo before, and that's what he's putting out there right now, is that it'll be on Nintendo Switch, which would make sense because I did a little research myself. Call of Duty, and specifically Treyarch, out of their last 4 Call of Duty games, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3, all of them are compatible with a different Nintendo device, except for Black Ops 3, I believe. So they do have a track record of Activision and Call of Duty working with Nintendo. They've been on the Wii before. They've been on the DS before. They've even made specific games just for Nintendo, ones that aren't as popular as these main ones. But there definitely is a connection there, and it would make sense because as of right now, the Nintendo Switch is a super, super popular console or device or whatever you want to call it, and this would make sense to capitalize on that. As far as naming it Black Ops 4, I think that would be perfect because of the fact that, number one, it advertises just think it as a business. By putting out your Black Ops 4 right there, you're doing most of the advertising by yourself, because based on your past history with Black Ops 1 being a huge success, Black Ops 2 being a huge success, and Black Ops 3, I think Black Ops 3, if you count the DLC numbers, might be the biggest success ever in Call of Duty. But of course, we don't get all the DLC numbers, but just think about it. They have, what, like 43 DLC weapons, 45 DLC weapons, a bunch of supply drops, DLC map packs. Black Ops 3 is definitely a top moneymaker in the history of Call of Duty, and so is that overall Black Ops series. Probably has made them the most money. The Modern Warfare series and Black Ops series being the ones that are most famous for. Now, this all makes sense. Boots on the ground, modern time, stuff like that. Now, of course, we had some info back a few months ago, which I covered, but if we bring that info up and corroborate with it with what we've seen right here, that info was actually for a job listing that Treyarch, the company who works on these games, of course, since their year to release here in 2018, they put out a job listing looking for some people a couple months ago, and this is what they said. You'll really get our attention if you have this with your resume. Combat design experience on a AAA competitive shooter. So obviously this is to do with Call of Duty. Previous design experience owning entire categories of gameplay content both at the moment-to-moment and systems level. deep knowledge base of firearms and modern military technology, and prestige 1 or above in Black Ops 3 multiplayer. This all leads to Black Ops 4. Deep knowledge base of firearms and modern military technology goes along with the statement we got today from the insider Marcus, talking about it's going to be based in modern times, and of course them wanting you to be prestige 1 or above in Black Ops 3 basically would lead someone to believe, just off common sense or logic, that they want you to have played Black Ops 3 because this is the sequel of Black Ops 4. Now, it's not 100%, and I still think there's a potential that it could be something else. I just don't see why logically. We've seen this in the past, and the history always repeats itself. So this is a defining moment for Call of Duty right now, and especially for Treyarch. They're the top developer right now. They're bringing the most money for Activision. And if we go back to a time at in 2013, I think it was, yeah, so 5 years ago exactly, when Modern Warfare 3 was finished, and we were looking towards the next Call of Duty game, and everyone was saying Modern Warfare 4. Infinity Ward went away from Modern Warfare 4, did Call of Duty Ghosts, and we've seen the decline of Infinity Ward since then. COD Ghosts, Infinite Warfare. COD Ghosts was arguably one of the biggest, one of the least. People didn't like it basically as much as they thought they would. Of course, there's a lot of issues with that game, mainly with the map design. But if we're looking at the same trajectory, had they gone and done Modern Warfare 4, that would have been a smash hit, I think, and then possibly they could have gone to Infinite Warfare or something after that. But it definitely did change the trajectory. So if I'm thinking as Treyarch, and of course all these companies are under Activision, so Activision gives them the ultimate go on whether they want Black Ops 4, whether they want this or that. I believe that's how it would work, because of course they are the money maker, the cash cow funding it. So if I'm Activision and I'm Treyarch, both parties would love to do Black Ops 4 here, especially since there's no reason not to, aside from the fact that they've never done a 4th installment of a different series. But I think that this is the time to do it. Right now, coming off of Black Ops 3, the hype is up, and a lot of people like to say, oh, Call of Duty's dead, Call of Duty died years ago, which I mean, I understand why people say that, because, you know, their glory days were the days that they loved Call of Duty was back in Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2, and, you know, a lot of my friends would say that same thing too. That's just because they're a bit older now, and back in high school, of course, was when everyone's in high school, I think that's when they're playing the most Call of Duty with all their buddies and stuff like that, or, you know, maybe in college or something like that. But basically, if you look at the number, Call of Duty still is the top game on console. I think it's the only competition is GTA, which GTA sells more, but they don't release as often. So GTA, but then for first-person shooters and for shooter games, it's all about Call of Duty. And I think that this is a pivoting moment, that if Black Ops 4 does come out, I would just assume that as long as the game, even if the game is as long as it's half decent, people go into a game like Black Ops 4 with a positive mindset, thinking that it's going to be good, thinking that it's going to be great, especially when you hear these three words, not these three statements: Black Ops 4, modern, boots on the ground. What else could you ask for with that? People are going in with a positive mindset. If you hear some other series coming out that like they're doing something different, people already love to hate. And I saw that with Infinite Warfare, where when they saw Infinite Warfare, they saw the trailer, immediately everyone had a negative connotation put into that. And there's basically only positive connotations with Black Ops series, because every one of us has played a Black Ops game. I just say most of us, you're probably watching this video, and whether you loved Black Ops 1 back in the day, whether you love Black Ops 3 just 2 years ago, it's going to get the attention of every single person, from people that were way into Call of Duty back in 2010 was when Black Ops 1 released, up until 2015, I believe it was. Yeah, 2015 is when Black Ops 3 released. It sounds weird because Black Ops 3 is still relevant today in early 2018, but it did release in November of 2015, so towards the end of that. Anyone from all that time knows about the Black Ops series, and this game, as long as the game is good, I would expect it to be a smash hit. And I also think that Call of Duty coming to Nintendo Switch opens up a great another market there for more people to play the game, and I think that this could be a great year for Call of Duty, especially if these steps work out. Black Ops 4, then next year maybe into a new Call of Duty game with a Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Definitely a lot of good stuff on the horizon. Of course, this is not 100% confirmed, but as of right now, all the signs are leading there, and I personally would say, in my opinion, is probably a 75% chance or 70% chance that that we're going to get the Black Ops 4 this year. I just think it would be perfect on all fronts. So if you hope you guys did enjoy today's video, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I want to hear your guys' opinions and different stuff like that. If you guys could drop a like on this video, that would be awesome as well. Let's go ahead and let's try to smash up, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, sub for a cookie, and don't lookie. And that's about it, guys. If this does end up coming true, and we're going to get an official confirmation here in the next couple of months, usually it's around April or something like that. This sounds great, and I really am excited, and hopefully Black Ops 4 is our next Call of Duty game. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub for a cookie, don't lookie. I'm out. Peace.